I used to believe that silence was strength, that letting things slide meant I was mature enough to avoid unnecessary drama. That's what I kept telling myself every time I ignored a red flag with Claire. She was impulsive, unpredictable, always chasing life on her own terms. At first, it thrilled me. Her restless energy was the perfect foil to my calm, measured nature. But over time, her recklessness stopped being exciting and started feeling cruel. When she told me she was going on a weekend girls' trip, I didn't argue. I wanted to trust her. She'd been distant lately, claiming work was exhausting and that she needed time to reconnect with herself. I nodded, pretending not to notice her eyes darting away as she packed her suitcase. My gut twisted, but I swallowed it. I'd been taught to trust before accusing. The weekend passed with little communication, just a few vague texts. Having fun, miss you, babe. No pictures, no calls. Then Sunday night, she returned tanned, smirking with a story that didn't add up. Her phone had died. The hotel Wi-Fi was terrible, she said. Too much too fast, she shrugged. Something in me shifted then. Maybe it was a hollow, rehearsed tone of her laughter or the way she avoided my eyes when I asked if she'd had fun. I did something I never imagined I would. I checked her social media drafts. There was a private video meant for her closest friends. Her and Ethan, her ex, sitting together on a beach, laughing, drinking, looking like they'd never broken up. I stared at the screen for what felt like forever. My hands didn't shake. It was surreal realizing the person you've loved for years could be a stranger wearing a familiar face. I copied the video, transferred it to my phone, and said nothing, not that night, not the next morning. Claire assumed my silence meant ignorance. What she didn't realize is that silence isn't always weakness. Sometimes it's a warning. I waited calmly and deliberately for the right moment. If she wanted to play games, I was done playing the trusting fool. The next few days felt like a movie I already knew the ending to. Claire moved to the house, humming, acting as if nothing had changed. She kissed my cheek, asked if I wanted coffee, talked about catching up on work. Her performance was perfect. If I hadn't seen that video, I might have believed her. But every touch felt empty, every smile rehearsed. I didn't confront her immediately. I wanted her to reveal herself when she felt safe, unsuspecting. I played along, nodding, smiling, keeping my tone steady. Meanwhile, I collected evidence, memories, and the courage I'd need. One thing was certain. When I spoke, there'd be no yelling, no begging, no chaos. Just truth. Sharp, cold, and final. On Thursday evening, I asked her to dinner, just the two of us, like old times. She agreed instantly, eager to play the loving wife again. She wore that same floral dress I'd adored, the one from our first trip together. The irony wasn't lost on me. Halfway through dinner, she gushed about her girls' trip, beaches, cocktails, laughter. I let her finish, then quietly set my phone on the table. Is this the beach you mean? I asked, pressing play. The video began, her laughter echoing over the restaurant's soft music. Ethan's hand rested casually on her thigh. Her face went pale. The glass slipped, shattering on the floor. Every head in the restaurant turned toward us. She stammered. It's not what it looks like. I can explain. But her words were just noise. I didn't need explanations anymore. Calmly, I looked her in the eyes and said, You lied again, but this time you recorded it yourself. For the first time in years, she had no words. Her smug confidence vanished. She sat frozen as I stood, laid some cash on the table, and said quietly, You can finish your dinner. I'm done with mine. Then I walked out. No shouting, no dramatics, just quiet, absolute finality, the kind that cuts deeper than anger ever could. The night air hit me heavier than usual as I stepped outside. But for the first time in months, I could breathe. No rage, no tears, just a strange, soothing relief. I'd stopped pretending. The truth now lay between us, jagged and undeniable. At home, I packed my things methodically. Essentials first, then the memories still worth keeping. The framed wedding photo went face down. Anniversary gift stayed. I wasn't taking remnants of a life built on deceit. Claire called repeatedly. I ignored her. Her messages flooded in apologies, excuses, desperate promises. But betrayal changes everything. Once it happens, you stop hearing their voice. You only hear the echo of every lie they ever told. The next morning, I sent one message. Short, clear, final. I saw who you really are. You don't owe me an explanation. You owe yourself one. Papers will come soon. That was it. No arguments. No drawn-out closure. I left the keys on the counter and walked away from the home we'd built. Weeks passed. Friends asked for my side of the story. I told them there was nothing left, just lessons. Claire tried reaching out again, even came to my office, claiming mistakes, professing love. But love without respect is just habit. I was done living on leftovers. Life quietly rebalanced. I woke early, ran, cooked my own meals. Little things that reminded me I could exist without her orbiting my world. Silence, once lonely, became peaceful. I never exposed her. No video posted, no career destroyed, no public humiliation. I chose dignity over revenge. Walking away became my loudest statement. Months later, I saw her in a cafe. She looked up, searching for a man who once tolerated her lies. I nodded politely and kept walking. The man she knew was gone. The one who left that restaurant wasn't broken.